Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salawatu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Coming to you from my father's house in the central coast of New South Wales over Eid. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless each and every one over this blessed Eid days. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept and protect our families, inshallah. Today's translation, or today's khutbah, is about the quality of ithar, the quality of loving for your brother what you love for yourself. The Sahaba radiyallahu anhum learned from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam this beautiful quality of preferring their brothers over themselves. The Prophet ﷺ said, لا يؤمن أحدكم. Your iman will never become perfect until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. And the Sahaba took this into their lives. And not just into their lives, into their death as well. When the Prophet ﷺ took the Sahaba out for war, and the Sahaba were injured in the battlefield, and one of the Sahaba, he went looking for his cousin with a cup of water. He looked for him in the dead, he didn't find him. He looked for him in the injured, and he found him. But he was in the throes of death. He came to him and he gave him water. He said, drink this water. And then his cousin heard somebody calling for water somewhere else. He said to his cousin, please go to my brother. So he went to him, and he went to give him water. So he wants to go back to his cousin. When he goes to him, he hears another brother calling for water. He says, give it to him. 7 times it went, until when he went to the last person, he had already passed, radiyallahu anhu. Came back to the 6th, he had passed away. 5th, 4th, went back to his cousin, all of it becomes to shaheed, and the water was still in his hand. This is not an isolated story. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned, subhanAllah, in Medina, a head of a goat went to one of the Sahaba, and they were hungry, in a state of hunger. This was a delicacy. They said, let's send it to the neighbor. Sent it to the neighbor. Went on and on and on until it came to the original person. He then called all of his neighbors together and they ate it together. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned, whoever makes a casserole, they should increase the water and increase the amount so they can invite, so they can share. This was the concern. And this is the physical concern of the Sahaba for their brothers. They're less fortunate. Look at us. How many less fortunate are there that we should be concerned about? And this is again physical. What about the ithar of hidayah, of guidance? How many times we go to the masjid but we didn't think of our neighbor when we were going to the masjid? We didn't think of people on our way to the masjid that we could call and say, listen, I'm going to the masjid, I'll pick you up. We didn't think of those that have not iman at all. Those people around the world that don't have iman. In the same country that don't have iman. People that work with us that don't have iman. I'm not saying that we give da'wah and push and push and push. No, but we should have fikr for them. We should have concern for them. Because if we die and we don't have concern for them, on the Day of Judgment they could ask their right from Allah, from us. And that would be a problem. So our iman doesn't become complete unless we're concerned about the physical needs of our neighbor. What about their spiritual needs? We should be concerned about this. We are the last ummah. We are the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No more prophets to come. So as we concern for the guidance, our own guidance, قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, be wary. Be concerned about yourselves and your family from the fire of Jahannam. قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. As soon as the Prophet ﷺ heard this ayah, when this ayah was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ, he immediately gathered all of his family in Mecca and gave them da'wah. So as we're concerned about others for their physical needs, we should be concerned about others' spiritual needs. May Allah give us tawfiq, that we take this concern, physical concern and spiritual concern for our neighbors, our loved ones, our family, and the wider community, and of course the whole world, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you except as a mercy for all of the worlds. And we are a representative of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So wherever we travel, wherever we meet, we should be representing Islam in the best possible way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you over this Eid. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. SubhanAllah, just as a final note, I remember SubhanAllah Shaykh Z, he began this program, a buddy system for Fajr. So he would put two brothers, any two brothers that live close to each other, and they would depend on each other to come for Fajr. One brother would pick the other brother one morning, and the other brother would pick the other brother the next morning. And that way there was an encouragement to come for Fajr every day to the masjid. So this is a beautiful system of loving for your brother what you love for yourself, a practical, beautiful implementation of the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him and reward inshallah those that inshallah take the good advice and practice it inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.